Hello, you're welcome to today's meeting. Today we are going to look at mixtures and compounds, but the subtopic will be looking at separation of mixtures. All right. So it is anticipated that by the end of the lesson, we should be able to look at what? Define a mixture, give examples of mixtures, distinguish between mixtures and pure substances, and describe methods of separation of mixtures. Okay. So you remember in grade 7, matter and materials, we learned that a mixture is a combination of two or more substances. In this chapter, we are going to learn about pure substances. And pure substances always consist of what? One type of matter throughout. That matter can be an element or a compound, and we have learned how to distinguish between them by looking at the different kinds of atoms they are made of. Elements are made up of what? Just one kind of atom, and compounds are made up of more than one kind of atom, but always combined in a fixed ratio. Okay, now let's go on. A mixture can be separated into separate substances by physical means. Separation by physical means is separation manually by hand or with apparatus. The separation techniques are what? Hand sorting, filtration, and sieving, evaporation, and crystallization. We also have decanting, distillation, and chromatography. Mixtures are separated according to the properties of the substances that make up the mixture. All right, now let's go on hand sorting. When the particles are big enough, we can use hand sorting to separate the particles. Hand sorting is a suitable separation method for a mixture that contains a relatively small number of large items. So hand sorting is talking about what? When the particles are big enough and we can use hand sorting to separate the particles. Hand sorting is a suitable separation method for a mixture that contains a relatively small number of large items. Hand sorting. Hand sorting is here, you can see this, a mixture of different colors of bees. So how would you separate the mixture of bees in the adjacent picture into the different colors? So here you are going to what? Hand pick them into different colors. That is what is called hand sorting. All right. Now let's look at filtration. Filtration is a good method for separating an undissolved solid from a liquid. Sieving is also a suitable separation method when the pieces are to be what? Separated, and they are what? Having different sizes. So when we have what? Mud water. When we have mud water, we can separate it into what? The various components. So what is happening here? Mud water is poured through a funnel lined with filter paper to remove the small sand and clay particles. Okay. Now here we are looking at what? So here we can also we can also use the sieving method. So here, how would you separate the pebbles from the sand in this pile? When we have large quantities of materials to sort and the different particles have different sizes, we can sieve the mixture. The smaller particles will fall through the openings in the sieve, while the larger particles stay behind. Okay, so filtration and then sieving. All right, so filtration is simply separating mixtures that is having an undissolved solid in it. All right, now we also have decantation. So decantation simply talks about when you have mixed oil and vinegar in a bottle. The oil and vinegar can be separated by decanting because the oil floats on top of the vinegar. Okay, now let's look at distillation. Distillation is a suitable method for what? Separating two liquids with different boiling points. So distillation is the separation of one substance from another by evaporation followed by what? Condensation. So the apparatus used in this technique is called a still. Now, so if you look at this experimental setup for distillation, we have the what? We have the clamp stand, we have the benzene burner, we have the conical flask, we have round bottom flask, we have the distillation flask, we have a thermometer, we have a condenser, we have that's the Lisbon condenser, we have the cooler, we have inlet and outlet, then we have what? Receiving flask. So what is happening is that we have the clamp that is used to hold the flask that is connected to the condenser, and the thermometer, the use or the importance of the thermometer is to measure the temperature. So now if you have got salt water and then you are going to separate. So here you are going to heat up, and when water reaches its boiling point, the water will start boiling and it will turn into vapor, and then is collected at that side. In fact, when the vapor moves or flows and it gets to the condenser, the vapor will turn into what? Liquid, and it will then be collected as what? Distillate. So this method is also into the various components such as oil, paraffin, diesel, and etc. All right. Now let's go to the next. Now we also have another one that is called what? Chromatography. Chromatography is a good method for separating colored pigments from each other. Now, so let's look at this. We have got so here, let me use, ink. Ink has got ink. Sometimes when you see it, it looks black. It has got different colors there. So we can separate the colors of ink by using this method called chromatography. So what is happening is that this is a pencil and a paper. So you can use a paper clip and then you hang it on the pencil. Now what is happening is that when you put a dot of the ink somewhere at the upper level and just immerse a bit of it into the water. Now, what is going to happen is that this tissue will start absorbing the water bit by bit. Then, as it moves up, then you are getting what? The colors of the ink will begin separating into what? The various components. And that is simply what distillation is, separating them into what? The various pigments. So we have direction of migration of the what? Liquid. And then it will turn separate the colors making up the ink. Now let's look at evaporation. Evaporation is a suitable separation method for removing a liquid from a solid. Now, we have got two diagrams here. So an aerial view of salt pans. So you see, we have got one method of what? Manufacturing or producing salt. Now look at this. We have got a salt pans in India. You see, a man is busy collecting the dry salt to be packaged and sold. So how do they do this? You see that they have created, or they have dug some pits, some gutters there. So they will allow the water from the sea, the salty water from the sea, then it will go into what? Compartments. It will go into compartments. So when it goes into compartments and they are okay with that, then they will then close the water from coming in. And then you see the surface of the water is now exposed to the sun, and then after some time the water is evaporated and then leaving the salt, then they will then collect it. So you see what evaporation is also used. All right. I don't know whether people are okay. Hey guys, you should be serious. I'm seeing a lot of you are busy. Um. Okay. So it's those of you who were talking too much. Yeah, it's now your questions for me. Um, how do we separate salt. How do we produce salt? Guys, how do we produce salt? Hmm? How do we produce salt? I'm asking a question. I hope you are listening. How do we produce salt? How do we produce salt? Yes. Yes, okay. Mm. Using high heat to evaporate the water and leave the salt behind the sea. That's very good. Lee. All right, that's great. Now, what is the difference, guys? Listen, what is the difference between evaporation and filtration? What's the difference? What is the difference? What is the difference between evaporation and filtration? What's the difference? Yes, guys, send in your answers. What's the difference? Yes, send in your answers. Send in your answers. Send in your answers. Guys, are you listening? I've asked a question. Yes, are you guys? Yeah, very good. Evaporation causes the water to gas. Evaporation method evaporates, and filtration method uses to filter a paper or something else. All right. Evaporation has to do with the sun. Filtration has to do with a filter. That's good ideas there. Good ideas there. All right. Okay. So here we say evaporation is the process where what water is is turned into a gas or vapor as a result of what applying some heat. And filtration is what the process whereby an undissolved substance is separated from what water. That's good. Now let's listen to this. What is the difference between distillation and decantation? Difference between distillation and decantation. Yes, send in your answers. Yes, I'm waiting. Yes. All right. Distillation and decantation. Yes, decantation. Difference between distillation and decantation. Difference between distillation and decantation. I did tell you about decantation. Maybe you were not listening. I did tell you about what? Decantation. Maybe you were not listening. I said it. Okay. Maybe if you can review what we were talking about, you will see it. Otherwise, you wait when I'm going to give you what? When I'm going to give the explanation, then you will see. Okay, guys, are you still checking your answers or researching? Let's get going. Let's get going. Let's get going. Let's get going. All right. That's a good idea from Plantla, but separate the liquid. They should be the two substances should be all the two of them should be liquid, but one should be what? Like one should be having a less dense than the other one having been a more dense. Yeah. So take note. Thank you. Yeah, Tyrus, you are there. Yeah. So Tyrus, you explain to this one who said I didn't talk about decantation. Somebody said, say you didn't tell us about decantation. I did. Who was that person? Okay. All right. I can find that person. All right. Now, guys, let's go to Cahoots and then try to see whether we can play today and learn as well. All right. So I'm just going to. So this what we were just talking about. This another question. What is a characteristic of a mixture? We can say, can you give a separation technique for the mixture? Yes. So when we look at the characteristics of a mixture, the substances in a mixture do not bond chemically and can be mixed in different amounts. We have filtration, sieving, decanting, evaporation, crystallization, distillation, chromatography, and what? Hand sorting. Okay. So let's go. Do you have any question or otherwise I just switch? Any question? Do you have any question? No. Okay. All right. Cool. So I'm going to switch to Kahoot now. I'm going to switch to Kahoot now. Um, share, share. Okay, so again, I have got two games for you people, but I want to see which ones I have played. So let's see whether this one is the correct one. Let me see. I'll tell you when to. I just want to check whether is. I want one of you should join so that I will play it and see whether it's the correct one. One of you should join with. Okay, hand. So let me see. Just want to see something. Mm, just a moment. A moment. A moment. A moment. A moment. Okay. Yes, one should also join. One should also join very fast so that I just check. 8511 400. 8511 400. Yes, that's great. So, yeah, you guys, you can sign in. You can sign in. Is 855 8511 400. Okay, so let's see. Those of you who are yet to join, the pin is 8511 400. 8511 400. Okay, so let's 85 85. Okay, Preston, you have to check between Zoom and Kahoot. The questions are on screen. Okay, that's correct. Thanks for explaining. Okay, let's go on. I hope most of you have joined. So let's see. Uh, I have only three here. Okay, let's look at the scoreboard. How are compounds separated? So let's go on. Okay, very good. Each substance in the mixture keeps its own properties. So we have got three people who selected this. So let's see, Ntlanta, Tyrus, and Han. Okay, let's get going. The scoreboard is beginning to work out. Distillation and filtration can separate this certain distillation and filtration can separate certain types of mixtures. All right, which is it? Liquid, yes. Let's see. Yeah, Han was the first person to answer, followed by Tyrus and Tlantla, Lesedi and Natali. Let's go on. What is the difference between mixtures and compounds? Okay, mixtures, physical combinations, and compounds is chemical combination. All right, so let's see. Let's go. Tyrus first to answer, followed by Han, Tlantla, Lisedi, and Natali. Next, let's go. Let's enjoy it. What are the two types of mixtures? Solutions and colloids, heterogeneous and homogeneous, betting and any elements and compounds. What are they? Yeah, true. Is heterogeneous and homogeneous. So let's see. Okay, Tyrus first to answer, followed by Han, Lesedi, Tlantla, and Natali. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. Compounds and mixtures are the same, true or false? Compounds and mixtures are the same, true or false? All right. Answer followed by Han, Lisedi, Tlantla, Natali. Let's go. Let's enjoy it. All solutions are mixtures, true or false? True or false? All solutions are mixtures, true or false? Yep, true. True, true, true. Let's see those. Yeah, Han first to answer, followed by Natalie and Teza. Let's keep pushing. Question 8. Mixtures are always combination of compounds that are in different state of matter. Okay, true or false? True or false? Let's go. Let's keep pushing. All right. Mixtures are always combination of compounds that are in different states of matter. C. False. Let's see the one who got it. It's only Teza. Let's go on. Question 9. What are compounds composed of? What are compounds composed of? Are they composing of molecules of elements, two or more mixtures, homogeneous mixtures, atoms and subatomic particles? Yes. They are molecules of elements. The correct one is molecules of elements. Let's see who got it. Yeah, Natalie is shooting up. Let's go. Let's enjoy it. Separating compounds using electricity is called electrovalency, electromagnetism, electrolysis. Impossible. Yes, let's go. Let's keep pushing. Let's enjoy it. Let's enjoy it. All right, let's see the one who got it. Yeah. Okay, only two people got this one. Let's check this. Heterogeneous mixtures. Let's go. True or false? All mixtures are heterogeneous mixtures. Yeah, false. Let's see. Yeah, you see. It's Han, Lisedi, followed by Han, Tyrus, Natalie, and then Cesar. Let's get going. Mixtures. Mixtures are chemically combined, physically combined. Yes, which one is the answer? Okay, physically combined. Perfect. Let's see. Let's say this is on top, followed by Tyrus, Natalie, Han, and Caesar. Today, yeah, let's keep pushing. True or false? Can matter be combined to form mixtures and compounds? True or false? All right. Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true. It's true. You know, matter is yeah, Lisady answer first, followed by Natalie, Teza, Tyrus, and Han. Let's continue pushing. 14. What are mixtures? What are mixtures? A mixture are two elements that make a new element. One element, two elements, two mixtures that can be separated. Three elements that can be separated. Yes. What are mixtures? It's ticking, 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 ticking. You two mixtures that can be separated. Let's see those who got it. Yeah, Lesedi, Natalie, Cesar, Tyrus, and Han. Let's shoot. Let's go. How are compounds different from mixtures? This is repeating again. Each substance in the mixture keeps its own properties. The difference in reactions, they are all correct. Okay. If we use Gorit, yeah, it's still the Lesedi, Natalie, Ntlantla, but Ntlantla got it first to answer first. All right, let's go. Which of these are mixtures? Which of these are mixtures? Lemonade, pizza, plastic garbage in a pond. Yes. So, all right. So if you said pizza and trail mix, you are correct. All right. So let's see those who got it. No one. So that would have been a difficult question. Let's see. Last question, last question, last question, last question. How are compounds formed? New substances are formed by chemical reactions. They are formed by the air and chemicals. I have absolutely no idea. So check it out. Yes, new substances are formed by chemical means. Let's look at it. Yeah, that's great. I hope you guys enjoyed the lesson. So I want you to tell me about your impression about playing Kahoot every now and then. Yes, guys, what is your impression about always doing Kahoot, playing Kahoot and learning at the same time? Is a game and learning at the same time. Okay, that's good. We want to play it more seriously. You love Kahoot, I can see that. And then you learn. All right. I am very happy to always assist, you play, and you learn, and you enjoy your lesson. I hope you are enjoying, and then you should be good, guys. Education is your future, and the sky is your limit. And then I can see that you are enjoying it yourself. Yes. All right. Let me do, let's see the report. Let's look at the answers that was difficult for us. We're going to check. So difficult questions. So question 7 was a difficult question because zero correct, 0% correct. And question 14, the pictures that shows the mixtures, we couldn't answer that. And question 9, yeah, it was difficult, but 16%. And also question 6, but all in all, it was okay. All right, let's view the report before we go out here. All right, before we go out here, before you go out. All right, so we had play six players, question 17, and we use 11 minutes. So let's see those who couldn't complete. Yes, those finish. Yeah, we got Natalie, Teresa, and okay, and Leslie. All right, guys. I hope you enjoy the lesson. Let me see what you people are saying. Mr. Da. Oh. Okay. It was nice having you around. Enjoy your weekend and see you next week. And bye.